program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is Friday morning. It's a chilly morning, 28 degrees outside right now, but it's Friday and it's time for the First Federal program. And Evan, you're back.
Looks great in here.
Yeah, I know. I forgot when you came in that you hadn't seen the new board yet.
No, it's probably a couple weeks old.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, I saw my breath coming in, and that.
It's always scary when that starts
I
happening.
think we're in the winter season again already.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a nice roll up to Thanksgiving, and it's fine, but this is one of the colder mornings we'll have here this month, I think.
Yeah, starting to warm up again starting tomorrow, and 60s again by first part of next week.
Have you switched around your clothes? Get your winter stuff out yet?
You know, I don't have a whole lot of winter stuff. I have some lightweight long sleeve shirts, and that's about it.
You don't do the heavy
No.
flannel,
Nope.
down-filled?
No.
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 Okay.
Bought a new winter coat, so that's a plus.
You're ready then. That's
Yeah.
all we're talking about. Okay, well, don't forget, you got to fall back this weekend. That extra hour. A little pressure.
A little bit.
You need to use it wisely.
Yeah.
Don't go wasting it. Doesn't come around till...
I might waste that extra hour sleeping.
Okay, well, we got a great show this morning. We're going to be talking with Vice President Habitat for Humanity, Scott Zeyen, in a little bit. We're excited to speak with him. We've seen some activity at a build site, so it's time to get updated on what's going on with Habitat. Just have done a tremendous job of adding some good housing for people that deserve and qualify for it here in Fulton County for many years. So we're excited to get into some of those details and learn a little bit more about the Habitat for Humanity here in Fulton County and the process that they go through and what they do for us.
Yeah.
But first, trivia. Okay, we're gonna do a little. It's kind of a combo sports and entertainment trivia question, Tanner.
All right.
Before this week, the last time the Atlanta Braves won the World Series was 1995.
Yes.
They've been pretty good there for a long time, but barely
Couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, they really struggled.
They were in the playoffs about every year when I was growing up, but they
Mhm.
couldn't get to the big one.
Yeah.
So, thinking of 95,
Uh-huh.
0 in. How old were you then?
I was at 8.
8? I think
I was 3.
He's got a good shot at this one. What was the top grossing movie of 1995? 3 choices. Batman Forever. Is that the one with George Clooney?
No,
Oh.
that was, his name escapes me. He was only in one Batman movie.
Val Kilmer?
There we go.
I didn't watch it. Or Apollo 13. That had a lot of stars in it.
Yes, it did.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was the headliner there. And I haven't seen that movie since. I think I need to put that on my winter list this year.
There you
What,
go. Rewatch it.
the fourth Toy Story, isn't it?
Toy Story.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah, I know.
This is the first feature-length computer. What do they call that? Yeah, computer animated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real good. Woody,
Yeah. Buzz.
Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about that.
I will. I thought, we're going 95, we're going the Braves. You could have just asked who was the other team. I would have known that one.
You tried to take a left
I know you
turn
would know
on
that
that
one.
one.
So I didn't want to bring up any more painful memories for you.
Yeah. I already had to check this week to make sure we weren't in 95 when I saw they won.
Okay, Tanner, you had an interesting little stat about the Bengals. It's time to talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
had a friend text me this morning. It just made me laugh. He said, nobody in human history has ever sent a text message about the Cincinnati Bengals winning a playoff game. The Bengals' last playoff win was 1991. The first text message ever sent was in 1992.
Okay.
So,
That
yeah.
sports
texting
fact
is-
is for you, Paul.
Yep.
Texting is as old as you.
You're right.
Oh, there's a turnabout's fair play,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it made me laugh this morning.
Maybe they'll get their way this year.
They're looking good so far. We'll see.
Okay.
Nobody's
What's
ever
going
seen
on in local sports?
Yeah, I got a lot of local sports going on. Of course, the winter sports season has seemed to kick off at least for a lot of schools last night.
Yeah.
The Rochester Ladies Zebra basketball team got a win under their belt over North Jetson by a score of 49-35. A lot of the other local schools were in action. I saw Caston beat Argus. Culver lost to Culver Academy. Tippecanoe Valley lost to Bremen. And Winnemac lost as well, but I don't recall who they played. I didn't write that down. But basketball season is here.
It is.
But one of the local schools that are still playing football, that's Culver.
Yeah.
They're still alive. They play at North Jetson tonight in the sectional final. Culver's got a record of 4-5. North Jetson's got a record of 8-3.
Go Culver.
Go Culver, yeah.
Good luck, Cavaliers.
Former Rochester coach Mike Zeyen
Mm-hmm.
is the head coach over there. So, speaking of football, the Colts last night.
Yeah.
Big W for the Colts over the Jets, 45-30, improving their record to 4-5. And I was checking on the schedule this morning. They play at Jacksonville next week.
Yes.
So a really good chance for the Colts to get back to 500, which I'm sure if you would have told them that a couple weeks ago, they would have taken it and ran.
What a great division to be in this year.
Yeah, you got Jacksonville and the Texans who, I don't know if either one of them is going to win a game here on out. Well, I think they got to play each other one more time, so somebody's going to win between those two. And then you got Tennessee who's got the lead, but their star running back and star player Derrick Henry's out for, I think, the remainder of the year. Yeah, if not quite a while, so Colts might have a chance to catch up here in the AFC South. So
I literally haven't heard a single person mention the Houston Texans all year.
they got to win week 1 against Jacksonville and haven't done anything since. So, yeah, not good down there in the AFC South from the bottom. But Colts right in the hunt of things right now. And the Bears, they need a win. They're kind of trending downward right now a little bit.
Gosh.
3-5 record. Bear fans are got to wait till Monday night. The Bears travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. That's at 8:15 on ESPN. Steelers 6.5-point favorites right now.
The normally steady defense for Chicago just isn't getting it
It's
done.
breaking right
Yeah,
now.
it's not looking good.
And the Steelers, they're kind of the grinded out team. They're not going to score a ton of points, but they're not going to give up a lot of points either. So
It should be ugly. I'll just
yeah,
say
it could
that
be
out
some
loud.
ugly football on Monday. But tune in to ESPN 2 if you haven't during Monday Night Football. The Manning brothers do a really fun broadcast. I tend to find myself watching that more than I do the regular broadcast.
I watched a little of that for the first time this week.
Yeah,
It's really good.
they have a different guest on each quarter, and it's just funny to watch them both watch the game because they react when they're, you can tell when they like a quarterback, he throws an incompletion, they kind of get upset. And it's kind of fun.
Yep, I agree.
Kind of fun. In college football, got a bunch of games going on this weekend. Indiana's at number 7, Michigan. Indiana's put themselves in a hole to where they have to win out if they want to make a bowl. It's possible. It's going to be tough starting this weekend, but
That's like the annual headline.
it's expectations were big down in Bloomington this year, but a tough schedule and some injuries have kind of put their backs up against the wall right now. But they're at number 7, Michigan, who's 7-1. Michigan's a 20-point favorite. That's at 7:30 on Fox tomorrow night. So primetime game.
That's like you're in a different division.
Michigan's not going to be very happy either with coming off their
No.
first loss against their rival Michigan State last
It was
weekend.
a big game.
Speaking of Michigan State, they're up to number 3 in the first playoff rankings. They're 8-0. They travel to Purdue tomorrow. Purdue got a win last week at Nebraska, so they're 5-3. So they're one win away from bowl eligibility, which would make me thrilled just to get back to a bowl. But got some work to do. That game's also nationally televised tomorrow. That's at 3:30 on ABC. And Notre Dame's got, of course, a 3:30 NBC game tomorrow. They're 7-1, number 10 in the nation. They host Navy, who's 2-6, and Notre Dame's a 21-point favorite.
Navy game.
Navy game like it is every year. So Navy's just not as good this year as they have been in years past. But a lot of college football action going on, so it might be a good day. If it's colder than the temperature say it's going to be, it might be a good day to stay inside and watch football.
Are you going to the game?
I am not going to the game tomorrow. Normally, yes, but I got an event with my girlfriend, a family event up in Fort Wayne.
That
So
sounds nice.
yeah, so I'll be doing that.
Don't check your phone too often.
I'll try
Be
not to.
respectful.
I will try to be good. So, and lastly, for sports, of course, like we mentioned in the trivia question, Atlanta Braves are World Series champions for the first time in 26 years, defeating the Houston Astros, which I think everybody outside of the state of Texas was pretty pleased. Seeing
Absolutely. That was a great result.
Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1940, Franklin D. Roosevelt was re-elected President of the United States for an unprecedented third term.
Ah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Popular.
He was very popular, that's for sure. Kind of fun one here. On this day in 1955, Marty McFly returned.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching that one with my kids someday.
Oh,
great,
yeah.
great trilogy there.
Yeah.
On this day, 1959, the AFL was announced with 8 teams. This was before the merger of the NFL.
Yep.
Those 8 teams were the Boston Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, the Houston Oilers, the New York Jets / Titans. I guess they were the Titans for a little bit for the Jets. The Dallas Texans / Kansas City Chiefs, because they became the Chiefs
Right.
soon after that. The Denver Broncos, the LA / San Diego Chargers, and the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah,
This
so
is
the whole AFC West came from
interesting.
AFL, and a lot of the AFC East. Really just the Dolphins, in which they came into the AFL a couple years later after that.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
That's good. Good info.
And today is Love Your Red Hair Day, Love Your Lawyer Day, Fountain Pen Day, and Gunpowder Day.
Okay.
Fountain pen. You ever have one of those?
Sure, yeah. It's been a while, but yeah.
Good for you, Tanner.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Got a couple of local events we wanted to highlight this morning. Scioto Desai's 3rd annual Race to Mars Half K Fun Run and Walk is tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. at Uncorked. Registration is open. You can sign up when you get there. Cost is $25, and participants 21 and older receive tickets for a drink after the race.
Yeah.
It's not apple juice either.
No. No, it's not.
There'll be a 50-50 drawing and raffle baskets there, and a great fundraiser for an art scholarship, I believe is the main proceeds there. Fulton County Solid Waste District's having a tire collection day tomorrow from 8 to noon. You can get rid of those dirty, nasty tires you got behind the shed.
Shh, don't tell everybody.
4 tire limit per person, Paul.
Yes, I know.
Okay. You have to be a Fulton County resident, so we're not getting any of those New Jersey tires coming in.
Right.
Chicago tires.
Right.
Okay, good. And tires must be removed from the rims, no metal.
Right.
Okay. That's a good day to have. Get
Yes.
some of those taken care of.
Yeah.
Have you seen a tire fire?
Yes, I have.
Uh,
I've had one.
Have you?
Yes.
Sorry to bring up a sore subject. I didn't know that.
No, it wasn't.
No one
it wasn't
tipped me off.
A bad subject.
Okay.
It was fun. It wasn't on the car at the time, so we're
Okay,
good.
good. Rochester Rotary Club is starting to sell fruit. We just put our order in. Tanner, I don't know if you knew that.
Did not.
We were the first order
All right.
for First Federal for the fruit fundraiser. And they've been doing this a long time. Nice quality fruit from Florida mostly.
Yeah.
They raise funds to support their Shoes for Students project. And it's a project that provides shoes for needy students in Fulton County, regardless of what school they're attending. Orders can be placed until November 21st, and the fruit will be delivered the week of December 13th.
Okay.
If you're looking for some fruit in bulk, I really recommend it.
Yeah.
You a big grapefruit guy?
No.
Okay.
I like everything else that comes
Okay.
in there, just not the grapefruits.
Okay, they've got some combo packs that are kind
Yes.
of nice. Pear and apple and some
Yeah.
different things. Okay. So if you want to place an order, contact Kurt Hausman at 574-223-8191 or CHAUSSMAN, C. Hausman at rtcol.com to put in your fruit order. Also, mark your calendars. Rochester Downtown Partnership has selected Friday, December 3rd for this year's Rochester Downtown Holiday Stroll.
Ooh.
Nice Christmassy event
Yes, it is.
to enjoy our downtown. And they usually order some nice lightly falling snow to meander around. And,
Yeah, it's always cold.
yeah, well, that's true. But they have good hot cocoa on
Yes,
this
they
night.
do.
So
Yes, they do.
mark your calendars, December 3rd. And also this morning we wanted to give condolences to the family and friends and our community, the passing of Link Townsend earlier this week.
Yes.
Really
Very
sad moment for everyone, and their family's owned the Rochester Meat and Deli for many, many years and done a wonderful job. Great family, and we're really sad to see that. Want to give flowers this morning. Fulton County Chamber of Commerce November Member of the Month is the Northern Indiana Community Foundation. Foundation started, I think, in 1993. You'll have to ask Brian next time he's on.
Yeah.
And and have done a wonderful job providing a great place for those who want to do some charitable things to give money to the foundation and create a fund or donate to a fund. And most of those funds are endowed, meaning they stay invested and the earnings are given away into perpetuity. So great long-term giving option for those in our community, and have had a big impact of trying to improve quality of life and support donor wishes here in Fulton County. Also, flowers to Reagan Becker, the 2022 Fulton County Distinguished Young Woman winner. Congratulations, Reagan. Moving on to money news. Stock market is up this week so far.
Overall, yeah.
And the Federal Reserve met this week, and they're going to stop holding interest rates low by buying securities, which is big news. They've been telling everybody they're going to do this soon, so it wasn't really impactful. It didn't really do anything with the stock market this week because it was just what was expected.
Right.
But the interesting part of that is they don't want to cause more inflation than what's going on. Prices are going up on certain things with shortages of supply and things like that. So the Federal Reserve is wanting to not contribute to inflation as well. And I think that means they think they don't need to be stimulating the economy anymore with that program. So they're going to start backing off on that. Didn't really do much. I guess that's what everyone expected.
Right.
Big quarter for Airbnb. You ever stayed at one of those?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, it sounds kind of strange, but basically you just rent a house through this app, and then you're staying at someone's house that's putting it up for rent. Their profits surged 280% in the third quarter.
Nice.
So I think people are getting out and doing things again.
Yeah.
That shows us. That's really, really positive. Okay, thinking of First Federal this morning. We got a new checking account cycle that we've had going on this last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We're giving away a slate cheese board.
Yes.
You ever had charcuterie or anything like that?
No, I have not.
Okay. Can you spell charcuterie?
No.
Okay. I can't either, so that was a bad question. Yeah, we're giving away a slate cheese board. This is kind of cool. It comes with a couple of pieces of like chalk that you can write on there and describe what little appetizers you're putting on, and it's got a couple handles that you serve with. So really pretty cool item for anyone that opens a new checking account over the next, I think we got 3 more weeks to go maybe. And also if you refer someone and they open a checking account, you'll get one for being the one that referred them to come in.
Yeah.
So we really encourage our friends and family and customers, keep talking about First Federal, send some people in. We love taking care of everyone with their personal finances, and we've got a lot of great options, including a wonderful free mobile app.
Yes.
And we just had a big upgrade to that this week.
You did. I'm liking it.
For a while, we've had the ability to control your debit card, turning it on and off, controlling where it's able to be spent by location or type of store. And now we've got that really fully embedded into our First Federal mobile app, so you can do all of those controls and more from within that app, where you've been used to seeing your account balances, transferring money, Zelle Pay. Have you ever used Zelle before?
I have not.
Okay, you ought to try that. Why don't you send me $20 after the show? All you need is my cell phone number. I'm going to write it down right here, and it'll transfer electronically without any additional effort.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work on that. That's a real good one. I'm good at receiving those. Also, on the mortgage side, still doing a lot of mortgages. For a while there weren't very many houses to purchase on the market. There's become a little bit more and more. So if you haven't looked in a while, you should take a look, and you're looking to upgrade your home. We've got a great end-of-year purchase special going on with our mortgage home loans. All fixed-rate loans disclosed after November 1st, so we're in that time period right now, and all the way through the end of the year, December 31st. We're giving a lender credit of $700 towards closing costs.
Okay, that's nice.
If you're getting a loan to buy a home during this time period. So we really encourage you to take another look in the market out there, as people are still looking to sell some homes right now. and there's some good ones available. Also, we're offering quick and easy consumer loans. Those loans do not have any collateral, so they're unsecured. You can come in if you have some bills you want to consolidate. From $2,000 to $15,000 is kind of our range on those.
Okay.
And we can set you up with a loan that's usually between 3 and 5 years long that you can repay. Very easy process. We've got an online application for that works really, really well. And also, if you're a business looking for very prompt service and good relationships, we're offering business lending. We've been doing this for about 5 years now. You can contact Lindy Breeden. He's our Vice President of Commercial Lending for more information, 223-2128, and ask for Lindy. We'd love to talk with you about any business lending needs that you have. Maybe you're expanding or looking to relocate. We can help you with that. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County, Paul. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
We can roll now. Okay, I'm going to fold this paper over so you don't see the trivia answer this time.
Oh, I don't pay attention to the paper anyway.
Okay. Well, this is just making sure.
Okay.
Give us a chance to stump you.
Yes.
Well, I want to take a moment and introduce our guest this morning, Scott Zeyen. Welcome.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Scott, you're the Vice President of Fulton County Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, I
That
am.
means you're a really big deal.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, if you're on this show, you're a big deal, Scott.
All right. I believe that.
Hey, we want to learn a little bit about Fulton County Habitat for Humanity this morning and talk about what's going on currently with the organization and the current project that you guys have going on. So, Tanner gave me a little tidbit. He thought maybe this was we got a house project going on right now.
Yes, we do.
Maybe this was the 17th or thereabouts home that's been constructed in Fulton County by Habitat.
That's right. 17th, number 17 for us. Number 16 is actually on the lot just to the west of this. This is just catty corner from the library.
I've seen some big equipment over there here recently.
Yeah, it's exciting. This year, getting this home going was really difficult, a lot more difficult than ordinary because of some circumstances like COVID. You maybe heard a little bit of.
Yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
The price of construction materials really skyrocketed this year.
That was really bad early summer.
So they really delayed things for us. So getting this one rolling has been difficult, but we finally got a full head of steam going. We've got local contractor Derek Lease is excavating the basement for us this week, and he should be complete probably today. Next Monday, Richard's Concrete will be in and forming up the walls. This home is a little bit unique compared to other Habitat homes. Ordinarily, we build a Habitat home on a crawl space, but
Okay.
this particular home is built on a location where there was a home that was demolished before, and for us to excavate out the material deep enough to get to good footing for foundation, we were going to be so deep with our excavation that we decided to go with a full basement under this.
I like
So
that.
That's a little bit unique for us.
That's a good
That's awesome.
opportunity. So at this point in the project, you've already got a family approved and selected. Is that true, or are you looking for someone now?
No, we've got a family. Before we
Okay.
start work on any home, we go through a selection process. Local family, Chris and Emily White, they have 4 children, so they're in need of a home.
They'll need that
The
basement, too,
basement,
Scott.
I'm thinking, that was part of the motivation for the basement.
like that.
So, gotta have a place to play in the winter when the weather is bad outside, so,
Well,
yeah.
that allows the first floor to be the mom zone when she needs it. So really important, I've learned.
so they were anxious to get going, of course, and so we're really happy to have things finally started.
Let's talk about a little bit about that selection process. The Whites are going to be enjoying this home. They applied along with some others. Maybe how do you go about that if you're in position to want to upgrade your housing and you think you might be qualifying for that? How do you find that information out?
Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. Fulton County Habitat for Humanity has our own website. The URL is Fulton County Habitat for Humanity.org. So it's a long one, but you can go to our website. And there is some information available on the website. There's a PDF which you can download, which you can begin the application process. Of course, there's certain criteria that you have to meet. There has to be a willingness for the family to participate in the home.
In the build type, or?
They participate in the build, and prior to the build, before we start, the adult members of the family are each supposed to have 75 hours of sweat equity, so they can achieve that by working on the previous home to theirs.
Oh, I see.
Or they can do community service, attend regional habitat meetings, volunteer to do things within the community, and that qualifies them also for sweat equity hours.
That's really important. I like that.
We also have Post Office Box 843 locally, so if you wanted to contact Habitat, you could send us a letter or contact any of our board members, and we start the process.
Okay, speaking of the board, what kind of a board does it take to keep this organization going?
Fulton County Habitat is a little unique. We're a smaller affiliate. As you know, Habitat for Humanity is a national organization.
Yes.
In Fulton County, we have I think we're at 22 board members now. It is all volunteer, meaning we have no paid staff here locally. There's 22 board members, of which there are 4 executive board members. Carmen Reeves is the local president. She would be here this morning instead of me, but she had a commitment, so you got me today. Of course, I'm the vice president. Sharon Van Sickle is our treasurer, and Ginger Slisher is our secretary. So,
And then that's a pretty good sized board. That sounds like a lot of people. Are they? Are there lots of committees? Are they active in doing various parts of this, or what do you need out of that board? What are you looking for?
out of the board member, I think we have 6 or 8 different committees. I happen to be the building committee chair, but we have affiliate development committee, we have family selection committee, we have quite a few committees, advertising committee, promotions, and so volunteers from within the board head up those committees.
That's great. What kind of folks are you looking for, committee members? Any particular skills? I mean, the main goal here is to get a house put together. Do you need contractor skills with some of the board members too?
Sure. Habitat in Fulton County has always kind of floated, I think, between 20 to 24 board members. Luckily, and I think it's a testament to the community, there's so many volunteers, people that are willing to step up in Fulton County. We never have a problem getting that many board members. But when we do go looking for board members, it's nice to cover all of the elements of the building process. So we would like to have people that understand construction, people that understand concrete work, people that know how to hang drywall, people that know plumbing, people that know electricity or electricians. We like to have as many of those on the board as we can. Whatever we can't fill from the board, we try to keep all of our business local, hire local contractors. For example, Garrett Police, we don't have our own excavator to get Richards Concrete or other local companies. We try and keep everything local as much as we can.
Those are great partnerships. We're speaking this morning with Scott Zeyen, Vice President of Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. And we're talking a little bit about the process of going about building a home for a local family, and engaged right now in home number 17 in our Habitat for Humanity's history. So visiting a little bit about that this morning. Thinking of local partners, you mentioned something a little bit earlier before we started this morning about the house itself. How do you do this build of the actual home construction?
Well, as I said, this is the 17th home that we've done. Fulton County Habitat became an affiliate back in 1998, so this is our 23rd year.
Okay.
In recent years, we have partnered with Rochester Homes. Rochester Homes has treated us fantastic. What Rochester Homes will do for us is they provide us a shell, basically, put a roof on it, shingle the roof, side the outside of the house, install the windows, And we set up, do all the foundation work, and then they will come and deliver the home to us and drop it on our foundation. The interior walls are all studded out. The electricity is done. The electrical work is done. So everything is wired to the panel. So when we get the house and we begin our work, that's when we hang the drywall. We do the painting. We do all the trim work, install the interior doors, the cabinetry, the flooring. We take care of everything from drywalling, I guess.
That saves a lot of time, I imagine. Sounds really efficient.
Yeah, and by having this all done with volunteer and as much of the partner family as we can, that's a way that we hold down our costs. Of course, that's a big, important thing to us. So,
thinking about volunteers, so you mentioned several things you do once the house is set, that basically our community needs to do to get it ready and finished out for the family to move in. I know we've had some people from the bank volunteer here and there, but tell us about that process when you're looking for those volunteers and how someone would go about getting connected with Habitat that may be interested in participating or contributing.
sure. Well, one of the nice things about a small community is everybody knows everyone, and so
That's true.
when we get to the point where, let's say that this coming Saturday is painting day, so we'll go to local organizations and service groups, or they'll contact us and say, hey, look, we want to volunteer to help out. So we'll have staff from First Federal or people from other clubs that will come and help us out.
You're looking for a group at that time? Is that an easy way to do it, or if you're an individual, can you jump in there and help out, or
We'll
what?
take either,
Okay, that's great.
as long as you can paint or finish drywall.
Those are good skills. Hey, what about someone that doesn't have those skills yet but wants to learn and get some experience? Does this work for that?
Well, we're not a training organization. We teach people how to be an electrician, so no, that's why it's nice to have those members on board before we start.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I think we've covered a lot of those things. One thing I was curious about was picking a site. You mentioned the house that's going up right now is next to a previous Habitat house, so that must have been purchased at one time a lot big enough for two and set up for two homes. But what do you look for in a lot? Do you have lots available for future builds, or how does that process of selection go about, or acquisition?
Well, we do have a site selection committee.
Okay.
It consists of 3 or 4 different people, and most of the time we have local citizens that have a lot that they want to get rid of, and they come to us. So we're lucky in that regard. We don't have to really go out and look for lots. People normally come to us and say, look, I've got something I'd like to donate to Habitat, or
That's a win-win. That's great.
yeah.
Okay. Thinking of the lot south of House of Decor, I know you guys had mentioned getting that piece of property. What are your plans? Do you have anything figured out with that? Is that a future home building lot, or is that something else?
No, well, first of all, a big shout out to Dick Belcher and to First Federal for donating that lot to us. At the time we had 3 or 4 lots, we didn't really need another lot to build a home on, so we don't intend to build a home on that lot. Habitat stores currently its construction materials, tools, some filing, paperwork, this and that. That material tends to float around from the president's house to the next board member's house, and so it becomes problematic. So what we hope to do next year is to build our own building on that lot, just a small building for Habitat, and want to keep all of our construction materials and tools and stuff in that building.
I think that's a great idea. After 17 homes, you guys will have arrived
Yeah,
at the actual location. I love that.
We've amassed a pretty good pile of 2x4s
I
and,
bet you have.
and old ladders and such as that. So yeah, it would be nice to have all that material and not have to move it around.
Well, thank you, Scott, for coming on this morning, and congratulations on house number 17 in process. Probably be set here pretty soon, and love to invite the community to get on board with this project. You guys are a great organization. That's, we talked about earlier, the Community Foundation Member of the Month, trying to improve the quality of life in Fulton County, and I know that's what you guys are doing at this a very specific level of providing good housing for deserving folks. And we appreciate that very much.
Thanks for having me. Thanks to Fulton County.
Yep, great job. Okay, trivia answer. Before this week, the last time the Braves won the World Series was 1995. What was the top grossing movie of 95? Batman Forever, Apollo 13, or Toy Story?
Toy Story.
You're correct. Toy Story was a breakout hit and it grossed $191 million.
Nice. I didn't realize it was that much. I just knew Toy Story was everywhere in the late 90s, so it had to be that.
Did you see it in the theater? Your
I saw it, but I don't remember.
Ticket might have been in that number right there.
It might have been.
Well, thanks everyone for a great show this morning. Let's end with some words of wisdom. This is from photographer Ansel Adams. You ever seen some of those pictures that he's taken?
Yes.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Can't think of the right word, but landscape pictures of nature. Really nice. You don't take a photograph, you make it.
Those are great words of wisdom.
Good way to end the show, Ben.
Yes, absolutely. We'll see you guys again next week.
Thanks, Paul.